And we are live. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great. Margarita here coming to you live from Laval, Quebec, Canada. I'm super happy and excited to be today with you because I'm continuing my series of Go Lives named Go Digital, where I'm going to bring you guys real people, business owners from my online community, a business that I've started 9 months ago, and which is a blessing for me, my family, and thousands of people around the world. And why I'm doing this is because I want to show you that we are people from different parts of the world, different backgrounds, different ages, different cultures. And despite this, we will have something in common. And this is the big desire for change, time freedom, flexibility. Um, and sorry, I, I lost my. and At some point in our life we realized this, and we decided to look for ways to change this for us and for our families. And this is how we got into this amazing online opportunity that me and my special guest today we want to share with you about this. And just a little quick overview about what we are doing in the online space is called online marketing. What we are promoting is a lifestyle, are the benefits of having an online business. And we have an amazing training that teaches us how to use and leverage social media to benefit from it. And today, without going further, I will introduce my guest, which is an amazing lady that I am following her journey since I started this business 9 months ago. And she is such an inspiration for me and for many people in our online community. And her name is Carol. She's from Vancouver. And today she's gonna share with us her journey in this online business. So, welcome, Carol, and thank you so much for accepting my invite.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
Um, so, because I'm following your journey, I know a little bit about yourself, but I want you to make a short introduction about yourself and why did you decide to start an online business?
Okay, I can't do a short introduction. I do tend to talk too much, so bear with me. I hope some of what I say will resonate with you. So, telling you a bit about myself, I currently live in Vancouver, but I'm originally from the same province that Margarita is from. I'm from Quebec, originally a small town in English Quebec, in just outside Montreal, and I then had the chance to move to Toronto and then Vancouver. And why is that? Well, my career background is two parts. I have a legal administrative assistant background and an executive assistant background. So I was able to find jobs quite easily with the skill set I have. And you might wonder, well, why do I want to start an online business? Well, it those careers, they pay a fair bit, but I'm single and I tend to choose the most expensive cities to live in, and it's very hard when you're on your own. I mean, I can make ends meet, but I'm not living, or I wasn't living the lifestyle I wanted to. And so I used to try all kinds of things, and gosh, I did makeup parties and I sold Amway. I even stocked shelves in our local supermarket. I was always trying to find a way to make ends meet. And when you think about it, a second job after a full day at work, it's not the best use of your time. And that's what we start to discover is how can we make better use of our time? And an online business is the way to go. Now, just very quickly, I want to mention a side here. I was extremely lucky back in 2003. I had the chance to go to China to teach
Oh,
English.
wow.
And I took a break, and it was the best thing I could ever have done. I traveled extensively while I was teaching, but I got to see this online lifestyle in person. I've always romanticized the idea of working online. I always wanted to, but was afraid to because anything online, it's changing all the time. And I didn't want to do it on my own. So there I was in China and I was seeing all these, you've heard of them, digital
Yeah,
nomads. I
the
would
laptop
see,
lifestyle that we,
yeah, and I would see them on the beaches, in the hostels, in the bars. And I took the opportunity to talk to them. And most of them had their own online businesses. They were traveling with no end date. And I thought, what a lifestyle, whether you're traveling or not, but to have a completely portable business, to me, that's huge. And I looked into a lot of stuff. I was committed when I returned to Canada to find an online business. And I looked into a lot, and many of them, they require you to acquire an inventory. You have to go and find products and sell them cheaper online. And I thought, I don't want to spend Sunday nights packing up products at my dining room table and shipping them out. I don't want to rent a storage unit. I want a portable business. So when I came across this, it just blew me away because um, Margarita explained a little bit at the beginning, but it's almost like a franchise in a sense that the system includes everything. It includes all the training, it includes all the marketing, and we don't do any selling because we market online. So buyers come to us. So that's it in a nutshell. That's my short intro.
yeah, this is huge. This is how I landed into this online business because before starting this business, I've I've started by myself. I've tried many businesses out there, and what I realized is, yes, you can make money from everything you not everything, but from many of the businesses that are out there. But if you don't have the right support, the community that will be there for you when you need, at some point you are lost. And this is how I felt myself when I started one of my businesses. um, I loved what I did, but I was by myself. I had to look for ways how to grow up, how to um, I learned everything by myself,
Yeah.
and this is huge what we have in our business. And Carol, um, because I have heard your story many times. You used to proclaim yourself a 30 days quitter. Can you tell us, please, what this 30 days quitter has to do with our online business?
Okay, I admit it. I have a short attention span. Okay. Um, I'm very spontaneous and I'm very curious about things. So I'm always jumping into different things. I'll come across a really great system or what I think is a great system. And I like getting started. I like getting organized, buying a notebook, a new notebook, and all that. But inevitably, I find after about a month, I end up quitting. And it could be because I've lost interest, which is common, or it could be because they're not coming through with what they promised. And in this case, I find we continually get more than we expect. We all get the chance to open our own business, start up our own business, but we're not alone. And when I say we get more than we expect, you get this amazing training system and it's huge. When I started, I've been doing this over 4 years. This is
Wow.
the 30-day quitter talking. I've been doing this over 4 years and I'm still so excited about it for so many reasons. But the thing is, just the training itself has expanded dramatically. We went from one person taking care of the training to a team of over 30 people making updates, changing things. If you look at all the online systems, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, they're always changing things online. And if you've got this training system that doesn't move along with it, doesn't get updated, you're hooped. And most systems, and I encourage you to look into them. Ioana's on here.
Yeah.
I encourage you to look into other things because this really is a proven global system. We even have police officers doing this. I know there's a gal from Revenue Canada doing this. And you can't get any more legitimate than that. And the bad news, yes, we have to pay tax. So it must be legitimate if we have to pay taxes.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this is something that 30 days quitter for me, it was like, because most of the courses programs that you find on the online space are having the 14 days policy, free money back, and this is how I was looked into many courses businesses on the online space by using this 14 days policy.
Yeah, me too.
And tell me please 2-3 things that made you stick. You mentioned about the training, you mentioned about the amazing system that we have. Can you add something more to this? What made you stick to this business? Because 4 years is already huge. It's telling us something that.
Yeah. As I say, it's amazing to me because I don't commit long term to anything. And I'm still so excited about it. And I think a lot of it is one, the training constantly gets changed and upgraded. And I find I enjoy learning, especially as we get older, you like, your mind to be stimulated. But the biggest thing for me, and I'm extremely vocal about it, is the connections I've made. I mean, we have access to a massive community of global business owners here, and you can reach out to anyone. I mean, I did a coaching call last week with a woman from Geneva, Switzerland, and I now feel like I have a friend in Geneva. Like, I realize when you're starting to talk to people from other countries, suddenly the world becomes so much smaller, and you look forward to traveling again because I want to go and meet all these people I've talked to. So connections is huge because we actually encourage people to reach out. If you run into an issue, unlike our personal lives, you don't try and solve it yourself. The thing is, reach out because things are constantly changing, and that's the benefit of this. So for me, connections, 100%. My connections have helped me get through COVID. I live alone and I'm working from home. That is way too much time alone. And I've been able to reach out to so many friends I've made online. So that's been huge for me. The other thing is, again, with COVID, I keep realizing more than ever the importance of having a second income. Last year, I worked for the government, and last year, my employer slashed my salary big time. I still had a job, thankfully, but I lost a fair bit of cash each month. And I was extremely grateful to have a second income coming in. And I think, if any, the big message we've all learned here is you need to have a second income because we can't allow ourselves to be so vulnerable. And the cool thing about this is I'm still working full time. So this is something you can start part time and then gradually move into full time and leave your position, which I'm dying to do at the end of COVID. So that's huge. What was the other one? For me, it's the supportive community, because when you sign on for something like this, you get assigned a mentor and then a coach. And they have a vested interest to take care of you. They want to see you succeed. I want to see myself succeed. So that's my immediate support group. And then, I've got this massive community to draw upon, and people I don't even know. I met Margarita this morning for the first time, and
Yep.
it's just wonderful. And we're global, and I want to say to some of you out there, if you're doubting your language ability, I was teaching English in China, right? So I'm an ESL teacher, English Second Language teacher, and I want to assure you, if any of you who've taken English throughout school, your English is good enough, because the cool thing about this international language is if you make mistakes, we still understand the meaning. And the majority of people here, and I think Margarita will agree,
Yep.
find that their English improves. But I want to say, if you have English as a second language, you have a huge advantage over me, because I only speak one language. So I can't go and target people around the world who have other languages. I'm stuck with English, which I love. Margarita, what do you think about that?
Yeah, this is huge, because of this business. I started speaking English because before I never had the chance to express myself. I'm living in French community. I speak French, and most of the time I speak my language. I am Romanian, and English, it's like I don't know, the third, the fourth language out there. And I'm so grateful that I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I decided to speak English, and I see the difference. The very first time I was very very shy, and I was afraid about what I will be speaking to my audience. But now, even if I make mistake, I'm more confident,
Yeah.
and I see the improvement, and
Yeah.
this is huge.
And you're not the only one. I've been amazed at the improvement in people's English language. And as I say, you can have buyers from Romania, from French speaking countries. I can't. So I really, respect that. And so those of you who are holding back about working online, give this some thought, because it's all online.
Yeah, and one cool things that is coming in our online community that a lot of people are waiting is that our training will be translating in I think 3 or 4 more languages: in French, which is huge, in Chinese, in
Spanish.
Spanish, and I think Vietnamese or something like this.
Oh,
three
wow.
or four more languages, and this is huge. And if we have people that are looking to start an online business and they are afraid that they don't know English, but they have French their first language, I encourage them to start, because 1 year, it's a big big difference if you start before many other people will start their businesses. um, and one more question that I have is, how do you see, Carol, because you are in this business for more than 4 years now, how do you see the growth of this business, the growth of this business? Because when I started this business, they were in our community, I think
70,000.
70,000 people, and now we are 100,
108, I think.
10, I think, already.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I have to keep checking every day. 110,000.
yeah.
The growth is massive. Okay, I started in June 2017. There were something like, I wish I had written the number down, but I think there were only about 3,000 people.
3,000.
It was like a small family. And I look at how the training has evolved. Like, it's massive now. So many different elements to it, which I really appreciate, because it takes you from starting up a business to running a business to becoming a coach. And I'm a coach. But there's just so many different levels that it takes you to. You don't sort of come up against the wall and say, well, now what do I do? It's very comprehensive. But the size of it, to me, this proves to everyone the longevity of this and the vast scope, because it's international. You're not just targeting your city when you're looking for buyers. You have the ability to target anyone worldwide. And, you know, you put your targets in as to what kind of person you want, because we use this crazy thing called attraction marketing.
Yeah.
We're attracting people just like ourselves. And what's amazing about that is when I do talk to people, I'm stunned at how much we have in common. So what you're doing is, this isn't just a massive community of crazy people. We're actually targeting people just like ourselves. So you find so many things you have in common. So there's this connection right from day one. That's huge. And as I say, when you work online, something to really consider is there's no cap to what you can make online in terms of money. It's global, it's legitimate. Yeah, you got to pay taxes. But, you know, I encourage people, look into other systems, but really dig deep. And, you know, we have, I don't know if Margarita's mentioned it, but we have these introductory webinars every Tuesday and Thursday evening Pacific time, and they're live. And most of these things are all pre-recorded. These are live. We have different people come on the panel every single time, and you can watch them, the replays as well. That's the other benefit, no matter what time zone you're in. Everything's available on replay after if you can't watch it live. Now, when you ask me about the growth of our business, I just want to say quickly how it's affected my life. I mean, I moved 2 years ago into this new place, totally gorgeous luxury apartment in downtown Vancouver. The opportunity came up. I wasn't even looking for it. And the only reason I could take advantage of it was because of the extra money I make on the side. And that was huge. And then the other big thing is I no longer have any credit card debt. And I'm 63, almost 64. I have had credit card debt since I was 17. And to get rid of that, I didn't realize how much of a noose around my neck that was. And, you know, now when I travel, or if I travel, I tend to pay for my trips before I go instead of several years after. So it's made a remarkable difference in my life and how I look at time versus money. What's the best use of my time? That kind of thing.
Thank you, Carol, for sharing this. It's impressive. I have one last question. It will be a quick questions, but before I go into this last one, I want to say hi to Elena, that is watching us from Calgary. We have Matisa here. Hello, Matisa. We have Alina from USA. Who else? We have Tina here. Thank you, Tina, for being with us.
Hey, Tina.
We have Aline here. Hello, Aline, and happy birthday! He has his birthday today.
Fantastic.
Thank you, everyone, for watching us. And I will go with the last question, which is, if you go back in time, Carol, if you go back to Carol, who started this business 4 years ago, with everything you know now, with all the knowledges, what would be one piece of advice that you'll give her?
Well, you know, I talk. There's no way there's one piece of advice. I think the biggest thing I've learned about this, and a lot of us talk about it, is the value of patience and persistence. And I'm not a patient person. I'm the person who jumps ship right away. And this business has taught me when I hit an obstacle, and yes, it's a business, so you're going to have ups and downs, face it, but we've got people to help us out, right? Yeah. So when I hit the wall, I dig my heels in now and I take a deep breath and I say, okay, how can I approach this a different way? Who can I contact for help? That kind of thing. Do not try to do it alone because you've got all these resources. That is massive. And I can't recommend that highly enough. And I know some people say, oh, I'm really independent. I like to work alone. You know what? Don't shun the opportunity because this you can cut corners this way by asking for help, by referring to the training and reaching out. That is massive, but you've got to learn patience and to go through everything step by step.
Yeah, this is huge. The patience, the very new beginners into this online business, like myself, I wanted to see results now, right now. And this is not how the online space is working. You have to have this patience that we are talking now, because you have to. It's this business is like a child. You have to nurture it. You have to take care of it, and at some point the benefits will start coming back to you, but you have to be patient. You have to give more in the beginning to start working this business. And for all the people out there that are looking for an online opportunity, they are ready to start something, but they don't know what to do, how to do. I strongly recommend you to look into our online business, to see what are the benefits, to see what an amazing training that we have, the online community that we have, and because it's not, you don't have any risk. It's only up to you to dig into everything we have, and if it's not something that you relate to, it's your choice. I just want to thank you here, Carol. Thank you very much for your time, for your knowledge that you shared with us, and to all the audience that is watching us or will be watching the replay. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Bye now. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.